Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, let me take you to what is now making William Samoei Ruto suffer the most, if I may use that term. There is this issue of a PS list. And we all know that when Ruto was planning, or rather nominating, or rather appointing the PSs, he tried to do some regional balancing, and in the move, he pointed, or rather appointed, some members from Nyanza. There are a list of members of PSs who are appointed that came from Nyanza, and their main intention was to try to neutralize the influence of Raila Amolo Odinga in Nyanza, but that never worked. If this broad-based government is to take effect, then it means even the PSs will also suffer just like the cabinet secretaries suffered. So before we get to that story, please like this video. It's so important if you like this video. I'm so grateful for everyone who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you've not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Now, to start us off, I'll take you through a newspaper headline, because this is in line with our story. So this is what the People's Daily said on the headliner: why Ruto's PS are sitting on the edge. Why Ruto's PSs are sitting on the edge. And on the front cover, there is also Ruto being greeted by Paul Kagame, and looking on is Paul Kagame's wife, the First Lady of Rwanda, and then there is Paul Kagame's son there. So they are the ones receiving William Samoei Ruto. And then William Samoei Ruto on his side, I think that is the the bodyguard. Huh? So this story of the 20 PS list, of course, this list will come from ODM, because the other faction of Azimio have distanced themselves from this government. Earlier on, there was speculation that Kalonzo would present names of people to fill the principal secretary slots. But lately, we've not heard about this story anymore. So let me take you directly to this story. Earlier on, Wanga, the governor of Homa Bay, who is now the chairperson of ODM, said that appointments of CS was just the beginning of things, as more are on the way. We are waiting for more faces in government, particularly in the positions of PSs, who are the people who run the government. Time for us to be left out in the cold is over. That is what Wanga said. And then there's another response from Peter Kaluma. All these leaders come from Homa Bay. Now, Kaluma said, on his part, he said, there are pointers of good things on the way anytime. It is a journey that has begun and cannot be stopped until it ends.
The public service will have the face of Kenya. All ethnic communities will be there. Persons of the gender quotas prescribed under Article 27 will be there. Honorable Speaker, I therefore want to congratulate the President for the appointment, but request the President that within the week, as soon as tomorrow, we want to see those other appointments Baba was to forward to him. And we want all of them approved. And Honorable Speaker, if that can happen, then we are going to push this thing very fast. We cannot leave anybody out. And Honorable Speaker, let me send a warning. We want to tell people sending conflicting positions from the ODM to remember that they are on an interim position in those positions. We can remove them if we resolve a position and then they contradict it. This one has to happen for the good of the nation, and we are telling the government we are ready to serve to secure that Kenya moves properly. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
So Raymond Omolo, when he was brought to the government, the main intention was that they could bring a picture of fresh leadership in Nyanza province, or rather Nyanza region. But that never worked. You know what happened. In the wake of this realization, let's assume now Raila Amolo Odinga is part of this government, because let's just assume he's part of it, because we've been looking at statements from Raila denying it, sometimes, you know, trying to say he was reached out to. We've listened to statements from Kalonzo Musyoka, you know, Azimio rebellions. We've listened to statements from the nominated CSs who are now CSs thanking Raila Amolo Odinga. So we have listened to all this. So now one thing I make out of it is that indeed there is a broad-based government. Now, because we now in agreement that there's a broad-based government, we know that this PS list, the list will definitely come from ODM, unless Kalonzo Musyoka decides to now have a change of heart. But as to speak as at now, the list will come from ODM. If Raila is to present a list of 20 fresh PSs, most likely someone like Raymond Omolo will not feature in Raila Amolo Odinga's list, because it now goes back to whether he was in support of Raila during the demonstrations or not. What did he do to try to deal with the issue of Kondele? What did he do? So those are some of the things which will play in this picking of lists, 20 PS list. Those will definitely come from ODM. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is going to happen? Let's assume this list, the current PSs are fired, you know, because we already know, based on the story that is trending, that the 20 members will be presented by ODM. And of course, we don't have to lie to ourselves anymore. This list must first of all be supported by Raila Amolo Odinga. Maybe the ODM body might present names, and I'm foreseeing someone like Edwin Sifuna. I don't know whether Edwin Sifuna will agree to be a permanent principal secretary for the new formation of the broad-based government or not. Either way, it's just a matter of time whether we will see Edwin Sifuna as amongst those principal secretaries who are going to be nominated by the ODM faction, the list to be presented to the PSC, which will present a list to the president for consideration, and the president will forward this list to the National Assembly Vetting Committee for further vetting. So this is the latest development, ladies and gentlemen, as far as what is happening. So we all know that there is going to be a huge purge on the existing principal secretaries. They are around 52, if I'm not wrong, because that is the list that is existing, and that explains why Raila is assured of 20. The rest of 32 will come from the Kenya Kwanza, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to rest my case there. But what do you think about this latest development about PSs? Just go below in your comment section and you can offer a reaction on the same. So perhaps if you watch this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.